the best in the world.
What I'd like to have right now.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Because I will fight because I was
Are you ready?
It doesn't matter!
Oh, I said, are you ready?
I'm a sexy beast, baby!
I was up all night.
And
And we're back. I was actually going to name this episode We're Back, but then I realized that the last episode we had was named We're Back.
We've done that like 6 times already because of me, so we can only be back once.
Well, I lent John Cena my laptop, and he used it in the I Quit match on Sunday, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I still haven't seen that match, right?
It was pretty... I mean, it was long, but I enjoyed it. It was entertaining.
No, it seemed like it was good. I just haven't seen it yet. I pretty much only caught from the Divas match on of the pay-per-view, which is the new trend that I'm doing, apparently. But
and missing the tag title match, which is the match of the night. That's been the new trend.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see that because I'm all, drugged up. I'm battling an ear infection and shit for those watching. But
we have a wellness policy here at 4 Life Podcast.
Yeah, well, I failed. I'm on 2 different meds.
That's why we keep disappearing for days, months at a time.
Yeah, because I'm juicing now. That's what it is. But yeah, man, it seemed like it was a decent pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, the I Quit match, it was a fun match. There was like the one spot where he gave Rusev the attitude adjustment onto like the pyro thing, and the pyro thing went off, and I was like, did he just fucking blow Rusev up? And Rusev got up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Because they were gonna. There was one spot where like Rusev accidentally pushed the button and the pyro went off, so he got the idea to try to put him in the pyro. And
that's better than when Randy Orton tried to kill John Cena a few years ago.
I think that's what they were trying to do. I mean, they pretty much used from all of Cena's previous I Quit matches.
Oh, okay. Well, he's never lost, so they had to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seemed like a decent pay-per-view. Ryback and Wyatt seemed to be like exactly what everybody expected, right?
It was. They tried. I mean, there was that one spot that I mentioned where it brought back terrible memories of Bray Wyatt was on the apron. He did like a senton onto Ryback and landed on his ribs.
Ooh.
It looked really rough.
Yeah, that's
kind of like
bad.
that one time in ECW.
I noticed neither one of them were on Raw last night, right? Or am I crazy?
No, actually both of them were on Raw.
Were they? Oh, I didn't see them on the YouTube videos.
Ryback came out in the opening segment, challenged Sheamus, and they had a match. I actually left when their match was starting, so I didn't see their match. And I think Bray Wyatt faced Dean Ambrose and beat him.
Okay.
Who is now the number 1
Oh, yeah,
contender.
actually, you're right. I did see, I didn't click the video, but I saw that Ambrose and Wyatt went at it.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. They don't have anything lined up for him right now at Elimination Chamber.
Wyatt?
Yeah. Orton and Reigns weren't on the show last night either.
I know Reigns came out after the Dark Main. Well, he came out for the Dark Main. I know that.
Yeah. And Orton wasn't on the show.
That is surprising.
And he took the pinfall in the Fatal 4-Way after the pedigree.
Oh, man. That pedigree thing was... The match... let's talk payback real quick. I obviously did catch the main event. And the main event was, pretty cool. Kane was kind of annoying. What was the stip again? That Kane would be fired if Rollins lost or something?
Yes, that was the stipulation.
Yeah, so I kind of understood, why he was so involved, but he was a little annoying. I'm glad they redid the table spot when it didn't break the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I predicted that they were going to do the little Shield reunion and then both turn on Rollins. I mean, I saw it coming a mile away, but it was still pretty cool. Yeah,
pretty much once they did the whole Shield reunion on the outside, the match picked up.
I mean, it's pretty cool that they're in their late 20s and they're already getting the nostalgia pop.
Yeah, it tells you where the business is.
Yeah.
But it was cool, pretty much from that point on. And again, just the out of nowhere pedigree lackluster finish. I don't know what did you think of that, man?
Yeah. I wasn't thrilled about it. I mean, a lot of the finishes were kind of puzzling, kind of like the I Quit match with the Rusev yelling in Bulgarian and Lana quitting for him. I mean, apparently it was translated to I give up, and what was it? Damn your old mother.
Damn your old mother, I hate you. They're gonna use that. They're gonna use that on him next week. I see it.
But I thought the match itself was fun. I really enjoyed the tag team title match. Again, they had the match of the night.
Okay.
I thought Woods was great on the outside. I actually, before they even announced it, I was thinking they should have had the 2 out of 3 falls match and alternate members for each fall, but the referee didn't.
That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done.
And they attempted to, and Woods got up on the apron, and then the referee told him that he couldn't, and he started yelling, Freebird rule, Freebird rule. Which I thought was pretty funny.
If they let the Spirit Squad do it, they would have last multiple men to have the title of the show.
Yeah, there was like 5 of them. But I thought it was pretty good. And, I mean, he's entertaining on the outside. I know he went over to the announcers and started yelling, Big E is the muscle, Kofi's a high flyer, I'm the brain.
Woods is very, very entertaining.
Yeah. I mean,
I think this is one of those things that'll be good for all 3 of them in the end.
I mean, he's finally found something that clicked. I think he just wasn't clicking yet on the roster.
Well, it's better than when he was Consequences Creed over in TNA.
Yeah.
That was.
I mean, I kind of like the '90s gimmick he was doing in NXT before he got called up, but I knew that wasn't gonna. I knew that wasn't anything that was gonna last long.
No, and then they try to morph that with the whole Brodus Clay stealing thing.
I completely forgot about that until I saw it in the E60 documentary.
Yeah, because they try to morph his NXT gimmick with Brodus Clay.
Yeah,
with
that I didn't like.
With that shitty angle.
Yeah, where he just stole the Funkadactyls. I mean, I thought it was cool just for the whole, like, when he would wear, like, the black Power Ranger pants and the Ninja Turtle bag. I thought that was cool, but I didn't see it as, like, a long-term gimmick, kind of like Fandango or Adam Rose. Like, they're cool gimmicks, like, but they don't have a long life on the roster. There's only so much you can do with them. Yeah.
You know what I did like about Payback? I liked the new couple, Tamina and Naomi.
Sheasel.
I thought they were. Yeah, exactly. I thought they worked pretty good together, Shawn and Diesel. Well, you know, the feminine version. I think they're dating, quite frankly. That's my opinion. I think they're dating. Because, just look at them. They act like they're dating.
And then, I guess, did you see the segment with the Bellas last night?
No, that I did not click
Stephanie banned Brie from being at ringside for the title match and sent Nikki out there alone. And I'm like, I think it's just perplexing because they never explain why the Bellas turned babyface, and last time we
why Stephanie is picking on them,
or at least Nikki, who they were on good terms at one point, you know.
Yeah,
and then Paige came back.
That was last night. I actually didn't know that. How was that?
She came out, attacked Naomi, and then attacked Nikki.
So she's a heel.
Well, she did the babyface save, but then, in a way, I think I would have been more annoyed if she just got up and helped Nikki and hugged her, and because Nikki was treating them like shit. Nikki was still a heel when Paige left, and Nikki was like stealing her clothes and treating her like shit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think I would have been more pissed if she got up and like hugged her and helped her, and you know.
So she did the babyface save and then a heel turn, like when Sheamus came back.
I didn't see it necessarily as a heel turn. I saw it more like it was more like a babyface return, but she also took out Nikki, and Nikki's the champion, so it kind of makes sense.
She made a statement.
Yeah, it makes sense. It looks like they can go like towards a triple threat.
I know. I read this morning they're going to go with Paige and Nikki.
Okay, so I guess
they're going to go. They're going to. Yeah, I don't know if Naomi's on the picture, but I know that for the Elimination Chamber thing, for the Tuesday in Texas version of the WWE Network,
which is actually in Texas.
It is. It's in Corpus Christi, right? So it really is Sunday in Texas. Yeah, they were going to go Paige and Nikki 1-on-1. Question for you about that pay-per-view. that special, if you will. Do you think they're going to get a full-on set?
Yeah. I mean, I think,
Or do you think
it was originally supposed to be like a house show that night, and they turned
That's what I'm saying. Do you think they're going to scale it back?
If it's going to be on the network, no.
I think they should do the house show set with a bunch of pyro.
I mean, I guess we'll see. I mean, it's not on pay-per-view. It's network only, you know.
Oh, yeah, well, you know.
Because we're not advertising it.
We're not advertising it, but, you know, you could sign up now and get the month of May for free, like all the other months, just saying.
And then the following day, we have Austin and Heyman. So Austin's back on good. What do you think happened there?
I have no idea. So for that press release,
he just had Dixie Carter on his podcast last week.
He's scheduled to have Sting, Taker, and who else?
Hogan, and he has Heyman on the first.
And then he has Heyman on that night.
And they said other stars.
Now again, going back to what
I don't see him doing Taker anytime before Mania, to be honest.
I can see him doing it for SummerSlam, nothing else. Besides Mania, of course.
Like, if he doesn't do it for SummerSlam, then I don't see it till, like, after Mania, if he retires.
Okay, but question. Will the Taker one be as good as if he was to have him
on his regular podcast?
Yeah.
I mean, are any of those podcasts as good as if they weren't under the WWE restrictions?
I thought the Vince one was good.
Vince was good. I mean, I didn't think Jericho was bad. I just think he was very restrained. And
I still haven't seen the Jericho one, believe it or not.
I know the one with Stephanie, they were joking because Vince was standing behind the camera and Vince flipped them off and they were making fun of Vince.
Uh-huh.
So I know Vince was like, so that means that Vince was there watching like a fucking hawk.
Right, versus the Austin ones, Vince was the first guest, so obviously he couldn't watch. And then apparently it wasn't until the show was over when Vince had his reservations about it, right?
I think it was more the Triple H one with the...
Well, it was just a China thing.
I think it was the China thing. I think as long as he doesn't ask, like, as long as he doesn't fucking ask Hogan about the sex tape and his divorce and his kid going to jail, I think he should be fine.
Not for nothing. I don't think he cares about the Hogan sex tape. Steve Austin does. I don't think. I don't think he's going to ask any of those things because they're all kind of passé.
Well, I mean, did anybody think he would ask about China?
I kind of expected that.
I thought that was out of left field.
That didn't surprise me.
I mean...
I was surprised it took that long.
Mm-hmm.
But it didn't really surprise me.
Like, I feel like he segues into it, kind of like during the Vince one, he kept bringing up JR subtly throughout the whole interview before he finally asked him.
Yeah, that's true. He did kind of like slowly ease him in and then bring the question up.
I mean, with Sting and Hogan, I can see him mentioning TNA.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, what do they have to lose? I mean, that's okay. Sting was there for a fucking decade. That's where he's been since he's been gone.
Which is weird because when Austin had Flair, Hogan, when Austin had Flair on, Austin did ask Flair about TNA, so I see him asking.
Well, that's because, I mean, he's had TNA stars. He had the owner of TNA last week.
Well, Jericho, when Jericho had Hogan, Jericho didn't ask Hogan about TNA. Hogan brought TNA up.
Yeah. I mean, TNA was... I was watching Impact. The last 2 weeks, I've watched Impact, and both episodes, they've used that picture of Austin and Dixie on the corner of the screen, and they've sold the shit out of it.
Oh, they're milking the appearance.
Oh yeah, I mean they showing that picture of the two of them together.
God.
I mean, at the same time, do you blame them?
It's kind of sad, but I don't blame them.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of sad, but I don't blame them. You know, any publicity that they can use right now, especially considering that apparently, if you want to go to TNA real quick, apparently Destination America has a clause.
Yeah, where they can opt out in September.
They can opt out in September. Do you see them doing that?
I mean,
I think it's too early to tell.
I've actually been, like, the last couple weeks, I've been keeping up with Impact. I mean, it's on Friday nights. They're moving to Wednesday. But usually, like, I've made that like my Saturday, Sunday morning wrestling where I just watch TNA. I mean, it hasn't been a bad show. Like, I mean, Billy Corgan's writing it now. There was the live one they did last week, and they've recorded, but I've actually haven't read the spoilers because I'm like, I always end up reading the spoilers and I don't watch, so I've actually been trying to watch without reading spoilers.
Okay.
Finally, Rebel came back last Saturday, so that's pretty big news for me.
Yeah, she's so hot.
Yeah. They did a spot. It was like a hardcore war. It was like War Games without the cage.
Okay.
Like the last spot was Eric Young pulled off the leg of Chris Melendez and choked Angle out with it.
Oh no, they pulled it off the Army guy?
Yeah.
I'm so sad now. Oh, that's sad.
I mean, they've got a couple good things. I mean, I think the only spoiler that I do know is EC3 is going to challenge for the belt at the pay-per-view at Slammiversary.
Right, I saw that.
Which I'm happy about. So EC3's been doing really good. I mean, they still have the Beatdown Clan and the Drew McIntyre's group, the Revolution.
Nation Domination 2.0. They still got that going on.
And then they're against Nexus 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
With the black and yellow shirts. And they've got
like
8 shirts. I know it's Drew McIntyre, Camacho, and some other dude. I mean, I like McIntyre or Galloway, whatever. That's what he goes by now. But I don't like him in that role. I find him boring.
He's Drew Gallows now, right?
Huh?
Is he Drew Gallows or Drew Galloway?
Galloway.
What happened to Gallows?
Luke Gallows?
Oh, right. He's Galloway, and then Luke Gallows is the Bullet Club, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I just don't like him in that role as like a rah baby face standing up for wrestling. I think there's also been the Mickey James announced her retirement, and now like James Storm is trying to get her to wrestle again, and like he's playing.
That's an angle.
Yeah, that's actually one of the few angles I'm enjoying.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, she announced it. I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, but then he's like, because he's playing like the evil ministry taker with his little group, but then he's also being like friendly with Mickey and getting in between her and Magnus. I mean, I've been enjoying it. It's been entertaining. I just don't like his group. Taryn Terrell, she's a heel now with the Dollhouse.
Oh, the Dollhouse is that Chinese chick and somebody else, right?
And the black chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they called that again?
Huh?
Well, why are they called that again?
I don't know. They just... I find I think Terrell's doing a great job as a heel. I just find the two girls annoying because they whisper secrets to each other and jump around and laugh, and it's fucking weird. And she's feuding with Gail Kim, and then she's teasing that she's like gonna fuck Gail Kim's husband and taking selfies with the stepdaughters.
None of that sounds good.
They broke up the bromans a month ago, and they had a match on this week's show, and Robbie E beat him 3 times in a row. Each match was like 10 seconds. I think that's about it. I've also been keeping up with NXT, if you want to talk about a good show.
I was just saying, none of this sounds good at all. Sorry.
I mean, when I'm bored on a Saturday morning, I have nothing to watch.
How's the build-up going? Because I know they got the special this coming week.
Oh, for NXT? Well, last week, they had a face-to-face with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, where they did some questionable editing. They had Owens come to the ring, and they put the camera on him, while Sami cut a promo talking about his match on Raw with Cena, which took place after that was taped, and you can tell that it was recorded in a studio, and it sounded really weird and looked really weird. And then they cut back to like a wide shot where he went into the actual promo that he cut that night. Because that was taped before the Cena match.
Oh, okay.
Where he hurt his shoulder waving.
I mean, then they did the press simulation of the conference call today, so Sami Zayn is going to compete, but Hideo will not on Wednesday.
Yeah, and Hideo might have a replacement.
I don't think it's going to be Joe.
You don't think so?
unless it's a one-off because Joe just announced 3 indie dates.
Unless that's to throw everybody off.
The NEW promotion that has the Wrestling Under the Stars event this summer is promoting Joe rather heavily. So unless they're going to use Joe for a one-off until he fulfills his indie dates, or it's a throwaway, I don't know.
I mean,
but
I thought that he can come out and he can be in the triple threat and destroy both guys, and then Owens would win in the main event, and that would set up Joey Samoa and Kevin Owens.
Has that ever happened before?
I think they've had a match in the Indies, but like when Joe got signed to TNA, Steen was just getting started, so he wasn't as established as he would go on to be. Got it. So like he never faced Steen like in his prime and like cutting great promos and
right.
Like he might have still been like pretty young.
Okay, so that might have been one of his early things.
Yeah.
Huh. I mean,
the women's feud is building up pretty good. The Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. That looks like
now they're giving the British chick is getting a shot now instead of Charlotte in the rematch, right?
Yeah, I think Charlotte's ready to be called up soon. Because they've got Charlotte and Bayley versus Emma and Dana Brooke, and Dana Brooke is hard.
What was that story that came out that they didn't think Charlotte looked like a diva? That she didn't have that typical pretty girl look because she's a little bit more athletic. I mean, not for nothing, and this is going to sound horrible, but, Sasha Banks is like a little hood rat,
To be honest, looking at the NXT roster of women, they have great wrestlers, but as far as like attractive or finding any of them to look like divas, I don't think any of them.
The Becky Lynch chick, the British chick, she's still looking.
Becky Lynch might be the only one, but it's not like. Then again, I don't see her and have the same reaction that I would for Nikki Bella or Lana.
Yeah, she's.
Because
she's Sasha, the prettiest one, and Charlotte.
I mean, there's time when Charlotte posts pictures on Instagram, she looks good. But then when she's in the ring, I don't know if it's maybe in the ring she gets sweaty or maybe she doesn't have all the makeup on. There's a big difference between Charlotte in the ring and Charlotte on Instagram to me. And so,
no, Charlotte on Instagram, she looks amazing. In the ring, she still looks great.
I don't know if maybe when she just gets sweaty. Photo, but. Yeah. And then Sasha Banks, she's a great worker and she's great on the mic. I don't find her like attractive.
I don't at all.
Same thing with Bayley.
I don't find her attractive at all. Sasha Banks, I just don't. Sorry.
Yeah, same thing with Bayley.
Very talented, but she's not attractive-wise negative.
Mm-hmm. And then Bayley, like her gimmick is, I don't know what her gimmick's supposed to be. I mean, I'm not saying that she's bad. I'm just saying like
she's like super friendly. Isn't that like the gimmick?
But I'm saying if they're looking for like as far as women's wrestlers, they're amazing. I just feel like. As far as sex appeal?
Bayley's very talented. She just looks like a girl you made fun of in 3rd grade. That's all.
I don't know. I just feel like as far as sex appeal, like I don't look at her and say, oh my gosh, she's fucking hot like I do with Nikki or Lana or even Paige. Like...
Yeah.
Or Rebel.
Or with Michael Cole.
Huh?
Or with Michael Cole. So... I mean, it's going to be fun. I think tomorrow they'll have a great special. They
definitely.
Do. I thought the last.
I wonder if we're getting any backlash for that NXT Diva Bash.
I don't think. I don't know. Unless not Incognito Man is like in love with every NXT Diva, I don't think we're going to get any bash at all. I don't think we're going to get any flack at all. I have here, sir.
And then there's the chick that's with Enzo?
Oh, yeah, Blue Pants, right?
No, Carmella.
Is she hot?
She's kind of hot, but she's annoying. Like I think she just moves around too much.
You said annoying. I don't care about her anymore.
It's kind of like the dance that Akeem used to do, but she just does it all the time.
Oh, then I'm sold. Then I'm
have you
sold
seen-
if you know that.
Have you seen Dana Brooke?
No.
Oh,
Isn't that Warrior's wife?
no. You're watching tomorrow?
Depending on
I'm sure.
how my day goes.
I'm sure you're gonna go back and watch the Charlotte match.
Yeah, of course.
So then you'll see Dana Brooke.
Okay. So
It's
Sunny and Vivid Porn. Can we talk about that?
She might block us.
I mean, you already met her, and I'll take the hit of never meeting her. If she did a porn, would you watch it?
Out of curiosity, yes.
Do you think it would?
I watched China out of curiosity, so I can't get any worse than that.
Again, you saw a bunch of guys fuck a bicep. That's what you saw.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you saw.
Would I watch it? Out of curiosity.
I don't know.
she was-
I think she should do it. To be honest with you.
I mean, she was probably one of my first crushes as a kid.
Oh my gosh, she was amazing. I was so upset that I could never find her action figure because it was sold out everywhere.
I mean, I remember when I broke up with my first girlfriend, and like all the pictures I had of us, I just put Sunny's face on them.
That's kind of mean. That's kind of mean, Bosh. Even for you.
What?
That's like you're a heel now, full-fledged heel.
Listen, you can ask my sister about the heel promo I cut on this chick when I was 10 years old. It's like, she can do it. Me liking you, that's a laugh. Ha. 10 years old, cutting heel promos. I was born to be a fucking heel.
Yeah, not much has changed since then. In our absence, we found out that Global Force Wrestling has announced their talent roster, which includes their biggest feud of Jim Cornette and the Young Bucks.
That should be fun.
What are your thoughts on them with a roster and a touring schedule and all that stuff?
I mean, they don't have a TV deal yet.
Well, apparently the way their show is set up is that it's by season. So those episodes are supposed to lead to this grand finale, similar to Lucha Underground.
Lucha Underground, yeah.
So, I mean, what do you think? Do you think we have another promotion on the horizon?
I mean, we've already got a few. We've got WWE, we got TNA, we got Ring of Honor, we have Lucha Underground, we have NXT, which I kind of count as a separate brand. I mean, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, they've got...
Well, I mean, he doesn't have... Does he...
He doesn't have any big stars. Like, at least, even Lucha Underground has Rey Mysterio and John Morrison and Alberto, who are all pretty decent names, you know.
Well, didn't Jeff... Is it safe to say that Jeff pretty much took the leftovers of the indies?
Pretty much. I mean, didn't he sign a few TNA? I saw he had Brodus on there.
I think you're right on that one, that he has Brodus.
I mean, he has the whole Bullet Club except AJ.
No, he does have AJ.
Oh, he does?
He does have AJ. You know who else he has?
Who?
Global Force Wrestling legend, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Oh, okay.
I just thought that would be fair to mention.
Then he has Rosita.
Oh, shit. Yep, I saw that. I was like, oh, finally Dave.
Then there's Shelton Benjamin.
I saw Benjamin was on there,
Chris
and
Masters.
Chris Masters, Morrison is on there.
He is?
Chris Masters is on there.
Justin Gabriel.
Yeah, PJ Black Wolf or whatever the shit is.
Up until yesterday, Scott Hall.
Which I was just going to say, that he had Scott Hall and our buddy Ricky
Oh my God, Maria.
I didn't see the video, did you?
I just saw Jushin Thunder Liger motorboating Maria.
No, you didn't. On what, Ring of Honor?
Yeah. Well, she grabbed his face and put it in her tits. Sorry,
Okay.
that distracted me. What were we talking about, Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the video.
Tell me about it.
There was a video of him. He was at ringside. I don't know if he was supposed to do a match, and like they were saying that he was drunk. I mean, if he was, that sucks. Because he's come so far.
Well, from what I understand, the roadies were the ones giving Hall the drinks, not any of the workers.
The roadie, like,
I mean,
as in Jesse James?
As in Jesse James, yes. He has his own stable now. I mean, what do you think? Like, do you think this is a setback or just or just a small hurdle?
I mean, he's come along. I mean, I know Jake has also had a few setbacks as well.
Oh, well, Jake had a few before he got to the Hall of Fame. He hasn't had any that we know of
Or maybe,
since then.
I mean, this might be just the first public one. I mean, from what I heard, he went straight to DDP.
Yeah, that was out today that he went straight to DDP and DDP backed him up.
Yeah, so I mean, I hope. I mean, just for his sake, like, I mean, you already know he's one of my favorites, and let me just screen grab this for you. He's one of my favorites, and like, I don't want to see any, like, you know, I already spent years worried about him. Like, now that he finally turned his life around, I don't want to see anything happen to him, you know?
I mean, I think this is just a mild hurdle. I really do believe that he can change.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
What was it? Hold on, let me go back to my notes because now people are texting me like I'm not doing a show and like I'm not on
man,
drugs.
I got a terrible screen grab of the motorboat.
That should be the cover. Real quick, just to touch on it, Vern Gagne passing away, and there's been some clarification. So apparently Bob Backlund did not cut a heel promo.
Thank God.
He apparently did interrupt Greg's eulogy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Greg brought up the beef with Vince in his eulogy, which I don't understand. And then Bob Backlund stood up and said, yeah, you know, I'm here representing the WWF, blah, 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 blah. And then from what I understand, there was some banter back and forth, and then Bob Backlund did make a little bit of a high-volume remark.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't a heel Mr. Backlund promo.
Okay.
But there was some sort of a disagreement amongst the two.
Okay. I mean, that's not the time or place to do that.
I mean, yeah, and apparently Greg even said on the stage, who let him in here?
Yeah.
And he wasn't being funny either. So it's good that he didn't do the whole Mr. Backlund to Serbian thing.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there was definitely some disagreement between the two parties at the eulogy.
Yeah.
And I heard that Mean Gene was the one that did like an amazing eulogy and introduced Bird as the heavyweight champ of the world, which
Well,
is
I'm not
cool.
surprised.
So yeah, I mean, you know, rest in peace to Vern Gagne. You know, legend, pioneer, shooter. You know,
Trained a bunch of guys.
Trained a bunch of guys,
Flair.
including Flair, Steamboat, Iron Sheik, Ken Patera, the Nasty Boys. I mean, I said Steamboat already, right?
Yes.
You know, I mean, Bobby Heenan, you know, Bockwinkel, Stevens. I mean, the list really does go on and on and on. Names that went Jesse the Body Ventura,
Mm-hmm.
Adrian Adonis. I mean, the name of guys that went through that territory, tremendous.
Yeah.
You know, tremendous. And, you know, despite all the negatives about him throughout the years, you know, he was a great trainer, a huge pioneer. At one point, the AWA was one of the top 3 promotions in the country.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, you could even say it was the number 1 or number 2.
Yeah.
Maybe number 2. But yeah. So, you know, we lost a huge name.
Do they still show episodes on ESPN? Like, I know a few years ago, I would catch them randomly in the middle
You know,
of the
to be honest with you, I don't know because they would happen so sporadically. Like
it
you
would
just
be
said,
times where it would be random. Like, oh, AWA's on.
yeah, when they were on at midnight religiously, I was watching them for almost 3 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
because ESPN obviously has rights to the tapes also.
Yeah.
But not for nothing. I don't know why the AWA stuff isn't on the network. I know you can't answer that question because for some reason you don't have any. You can't answer it. So yeah. But yeah, we lost a good one.
Yeah.
With Vern Gagne and of course his son Greg Gagne being trained.
Mm-hmm.
That was tough. What was the first time? Like, do you have any Greg Gagne memories? Even though he is before both our times.
I mean, I saw the AWA documentary that WWE made,
which is really good.
But other than that, I don't have any Greg Gagne memories. Sorry.
The first time I ever saw him, believe it or not, he wasn't even wrestling. I have Slamboree '93. I have it on VHS.
Uh-huh.
And he's managing Bockwinkel. It's Bockwinkel versus Dory Funk in a Legends matchup of like champion versus champion, the AWA champion versus the NWA champion.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the first time I ever saw him, that he was a manager, and then later in the ESPN stuff, I'd be like, this guy is like my grandfather. Why is he wrestling?
Yeah.
But tremendous worker. There's a match between him and Billy Robinson from Japan
Mm-hmm.
that I highly recommend. That'll be my match of the week if anybody wants to watch that. It's Billy Robinson versus Vern Gagne in Japan for the AWA title. Very good matchup. Very, very good matchup. Something that I missed. Did you see that my man, Hoof, the Berserker, is going to be at the big event?
Yes, I did. I saw that one.
That made my voice actually sound a little normal. I'm so excited for that.
Also, the Four Horsemen, or most of the Horsemen, except Flair.
Most of the Horsemen. Do you think they'll bring Flair back just for that opportunity?
I don't know.
They
can definitely capitalize on the photo. I mean, I'm already doing a photo op with Arn, Tully, JJ, and Wyndham if they have it.
I was going to say, have they announced that yet?
I'm sure they will. I mean, and it'll go in the page that Flair's on in my photo album.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that, and Piper. So far, those are like the top two on my list. Steamboat was announced. So I might as well just wait for him to be there rather than go to the wrestling universe.
Right.
So it's a pretty decent lineup. I'm gonna try to avoid going too crazy, even though I always say that and I always do. But
yeah. This time I'm gonna do what you do, though. However, I'm gonna pay for it slowly.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I think that's just better.
They haven't put them up yet. I think maybe after June, after the Legends of the Ring, they might have it available. Are you there, Cheyenne? Oh, there you go. Okay.
Say again? Yeah, I'm here.
I said I thought they would probably put up the pre-sales after the Legends of the Ring in Jersey.
Oh, yes.
So it's still like a few months out. It's still in November.
Yeah, but I thought all the general admissions were sold out. You couldn't get in.
For Legends of the Ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is sold out. I'm just saying that most of the vendors will probably start putting them on sale after the Legends of the Ring.
Yeah, because
right now they're all focusing on that.
Yeah, after Legends, the next big convention is a big event, right?
Yeah, so probably after that, they'll start putting up prices and announcing more.
Yeah,
guests.
it's in November. The biggest build-up is going to be from August to September.
Yeah.
And then those one or two, whoever gets released in the summer, they'll snatch them up. Mm-hmm. Or whoever quits or shit like that.
Yeah.
Should you talk Ace real quick? Let's talk Ace.
Oh, of course.
Let's talk Ace. One of the first days I started getting sick, we had Ace Success is Your Victory at the brand new Mike Morgan Jr. Arena.
Beautiful.
My good friend Bosch was the cameraman for that evening, doing us a huge solid. Well, first of all, before we get a rundown of the card and talk back and forth, what did you think of the building?
Oh, I thought it was nice. It was a cool little building, and I like the little setup. I like the little space that you guys have where the offices are, where you can look down at the ring.
Yeah.
The ramp looks great. The stage looks great. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it's 8,000 square feet. We've got the whole concession stand going. We got the 14-foot ramp, the ring, the offices, and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It's a great place. The building is available for event rentals and parties.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty solid show.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean,
I thought
it was tough to really watch it because I was working and I had damn wires sticking out of my ass. But
then you had the extension cord, so you couldn't even get up on the ring.
Yeah.
So
it was a little bit of a challenge, but it was cool.
I think what would you say match of the night was?
Match of the night?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the triple threat, the fight
for flight? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one was good. I actually enjoyed the main event.
Yeah, with Stockade and not Stockade. I'm too used to being champion. Vince Steele and Crowbar. Crowbar in pretty good shape, man.
Yeah, I thought it was a good match. I mean, I enjoyed it better than the one at the previous show when Crowbar couldn't make it, and
well, that was because we had the whole confusion.
The replacement, yeah.
That we had to turn it into a tag and stuff like that. But I thought this was one of the most solid shows we've had in a long time. The only thing missing was the tag team title bout, but due to issues with travel, we couldn't have the tag team titles on the line, but I thought we compensated fairly well.
Yeah, I thought it was
for not having the tag titles on the show.
I thought the opening match was pretty good. I forgot the guy that cut the heel promo by the announce table when I ran over.
Oh, that was Deranged versus Mike Donovan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Deranged versus Mike Donovan. That was a good match. We had Chris Reyes versus Ricky Richards. That was a good match. We had Astro versus Rob Vegas for the Diamond. That was really, really good.
Oh, yeah, Stockade and Ricky Reyes. It was good.
Stockade and Ricky Reyes from Lulu Show. That was very good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. What else was there that we had? William Wyatt versus Ultima Maya. That was pretty cool. The Fight for Flight match was great.
There was Tiny versus the dude with the King gimmick.
Right, Tiny versus EC Negro. That was a good match to me.
I think that was it.
That was a good match. Especially because he won with the Liger kick. So once he won with a Liger kick, I'm marking out for that. And then there was the main event, essentially, and it was cool, the main event.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I thought it was the best match that Vince Steele's ever had.
Yeah.
I thought it was great to see him overcome those odds. I thought it was a tremendous testament to Crowbar and the shape that he was in.
Yeah.
And to be able to perform at such a good level.
I mean, you can definitely tell that the experience is there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. You saw that, Vince was in there with a pro.
Yeah.
Vince was in there with a pro, and it showed, and I thought it made Steele better, It
was a fun show.
Yeah, it was great.
When you guys put it on DVD, let me know.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have the DVD being done soon and being produced. But again, our next show I believe is on. I have the flyer.
13th.
Here. Hold on 1 second. On the 13th of June, we're not doing the 5th, so June 13th, and it's gonna be cool. So definitely check us out.
Any matches yet?
As of right now, I have no matches announced, but I do know we have one tentative to be announced, and that alone is worth the price of admission.
Would it be the match that was teased at this past show?
I can't say.
I'm not saying names.
I can't say that. I can't say.
Two guys that interfered in each other's matches.
I can't say anything.
If so, I'll...
I can't say. I cannot say. But overall, I thought it was a great show. I thought Mike Morgan put together the best card that he could.
Yeah.
And he did, and I thought he delivered. I thought it was a great impact for our new venture and the arena and stuff like that. I thought the commentary was solid that night. I thought it was the best performance I ever did as an announcer. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, it was cool. Looking forward to the next one. I'm very much looking forward to the next one. Now, real quick, for the network. Now, do you think going forward we'll have more network exclusive pay-per-views?
I think so, kind of like they did with the King of the Ring, and now with Chamber. I mean, I think they're kind of soon. I mean, they're kind of pushing these together between Payback, Chamber, and Money in the Bank, all being 2 weeks apart each.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of rushing it.
Well, we're still coming from an era where pay-per-views were 2 weeks away from each other or less.
Really? I mean, they've always.
I've
always associated it with once a month.
But remember, we had some months where there were 2 a month.
Yeah. Well, that was back during the brand split.
Well, that was during the brand split, but remember, in like 2010 and 2011, they were still doing that.
Yeah.
Where they'd have a pay-per-view, and then like a week or 2 later, they'd have another one all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 weeks later, they'd have one, and then 4 weeks later, they'd have one. Then 2 weeks later, then the next week, then 4 weeks. It would just be nuts. But I think having more network-exclusive pay-per-views is better.
Yeah.
It gives people the incentive to get it. I don't think having a free month and then offering a network-exclusive pay-per-view goes together.
I mean, I think they're hoping people sign up that night and then forget to cancel the following morning and they get charged, or
I don't know, but I don't think...
stick around for the Austin thing? Why did the lights keep going out at Ring of Honor?
But if you're going to have a free month, and then in that free month is when you're going to offer the exclusive pay-per-view, what if I'm there like, oh, well, okay, well, this isn't enough for me to stay, you know? I don't know. If you offer more exclusive content...
I just don't know what they could possibly do to raise that number. They've already gotten rid of that 6-month minimum, so that's already against them because people can basically sign up for 1 month and disappear for the whole year and come back for Mania.
Right.
Or if they don't want to, like, it's tough because I don't know what they could do to make 1 million new people say, oh my God, I need the network. Like, what else could they possibly do that they haven't already done? They've given away 4 free months. You've got a pay-per-view every month. You got NXT special every couple months. You got Austin podcasts. You got like exclusive shows. What else can they possibly do?
Well, I've already seen the podcast on YouTube already.
Mm-hmm.
So for the cheap bastards that don't want to get the network, which I don't understand why you wouldn't, it's already on the internet.
I mean, the channel that I'm watching Ring of Honor on has network shows on it.
Yeah, and there's certain apps and softwares that you can watch the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've seen that. So, I mean, I don't know. I think more exclusive events is a better deal.
Unfortunately, the audience that would get the network is internet savvy enough to find a way around it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
because
like
it's the generation. Fans. It's the generation we're in.
You know.
Yeah.
And they've given away 2 free months, so I better have another fucking gift certificate coming my way.
I didn't get the first one, so I'll be pissed if I don't get this one.
You better get a $50 one then.
Yeah, and I decided not to email them because honestly, I felt like I wasn't going to get anything back. I thought they were going to give me the runaround.
I mean, they're pretty good with that. I know when I ordered the Jericho Blu-ray, they had like the shit that I guess there was like a flood in the warehouse.
Yeah.
And they got back to me right away. What was it? They sent me they messed up and they sent me a small Dolph Ziggler shirt when I ordered it last month. And I was gonna return it and I emailed them and they said, look, keep the shirt, we're gonna send you your size, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
So then I gave the small one to Natalie.
Shop wise, I've never had a problem with them, but in terms of that coupon, everybody got that deal but me.
I mean, you should have emailed them and let them know, like, hey, all my buddies
I felt like they were gonna give me a runaround.
Should have tried.
Yeah,
did you check your spam? Maybe it was in your spam.
I checked that shit for like 3 months straight. Vince just doesn't love me. I'm the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, so now me and my daughter have matching pink Dolph Ziggler shirts.
Which is the cutest thing in the world, by the way.
Which I'll say now, I decided to treat myself to a Father's Day gift, and I'm going to take Natalie to Raw next Monday.
Where?
Nassau.
I didn't even know they were coming.
Yeah. It's their last show at Nassau Coliseum.
I know Sean Masters invited me to go to... they're doing a Raw in Westchester or something like that.
Okay.
He invited me to go to that.
Yeah. No, it's going to be the last show WWE does at Nassau.
Oh, that's right, because they turned it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they also have they have the cast of Entourage there next week.
Oh, is that same show you're going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of makes sense because their characters are from Queens, Long Island.
I've only been to Nassau once.
I went to one WWE show in Nassau when must have been like 97.
Yeah, I went to Nassau.
And I went to a concert. I mean, it's a pain in the ass getting there and back. But, yeah, fuck it.
I went to Nassau in 99, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I went to Nassau in 99. I went to Continental Airlines in 99.
Yeah, I did each of those once, and then I did when it was Izod, I did it again Mania weekend.
Yeah.
But it should be cool. It'll be her first Raw.
Is it her first Raw, really?
Yeah, she went to a house show with me.
Oh, she's going to have a blast with that. She's going to have a blast. I remember my first Raw.
My first Raw... Actually, my first televised show was a SmackDown. It was the night after Triple H came back, because that Raw was sold out.
My first Raw was
and that was when Booker
after,
T threw up on Michael Cole after the stink face.
You were there for that?
Yeah. My first Raw was the night after SummerSlam, 2002.
No, I had already been to about 3 or 4 Raws after that.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I went to that Raw. That was when yeah, it was the night after SummerSlam when Brock won the belt and Triple H beat Shawn, and then Triple H came out to Shawn's music.
Yeah, I was there for that. Yep, when Jimmy Snuka won the Hall of Fame for the second time.
Yeah.
I was there for that. I was very upset that we didn't get a dark match for that.
And then I think, did I go to any? I think the next Raw I went to was the one with you.
That was also the next Raw that I went to afterwards.
2004.
Yeah. That was also the next one. Actually, was it? Yeah.
Because I know 2002, I did that SmackDown in January, the Raw in August, and then I did Survivor Series. And I think after that, the next show I went to was the one with you.
And then I also went to a Raw and SmackDown, the double taping with Big Show. We did the Raw where Hogan came back to join Shawn Michaels. We did that. That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun doing that.
And I did the Raw after Mania, then the Raw in Brooklyn. And they had the last hardcore title match at that 2002 Raw. It was Dreamer and RVD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. It was the Intercontinental versus the Hardcore, right?
Yeah, that's when they were getting rid of all the belts.
Yep.
Yeah, because it eventually led to Kane merging it with Triple H.
Yep. Well, they got rid of the Intercontinental title just so they could bring it back because of the WWF logo.
Yeah. So it's weird because we just had a Raw the night after pay-per-view, and next week is the go-home.
I mean...
And then the following Raw is going to be the night after, and then the week after that is going to be their go-home for Money in the Bank.
And then they're going to have another network. I see them doing another one next month, to be honest with you.
God. What could they possibly do? Like, as if we don't have enough hours of WWE a week. We have 3+ hours of Raw. Now we have a pay-per-view every 2 weeks.
I see them doing more, to be honest with you.
SmackDown I don't even watch. Then there's main event as Superstars. I don't know.
Well, what do you have? You have the 3 of Raw. You have 2 hours of SmackDown. You have 2 hours between main event and Superstars.
7.
You have an hour of NXT, which is 8.
Then you add in a pay-per-view, which is 3.
So there you go. You have 11 hours.
That's half a day.
8 to 11 hours, depending on the week. Not including specials.
Exactly. Not including 2 hours of TNA, an hour of Lucha Underground.
Yeah. TNA, Lucha Underground.
Did you catch the peek of the Jerry Lawler DVD?
I started it and then I passed out last night because of the meds. I'm going to try to finish it tonight.
I really want to get that Blu-ray.
Yeah, no, I
that's one of the few that I want to get, just also for like the matches and the Memphis stuff and the stuff with Andy Kaufman.
I have to get it.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I've been waiting for a Jerry Lawler DVD for years.
This is what, like 4 years overdue, right?
Yeah.
Because of
I hope WWE doesn't do what they always do and focus like 10 minutes on, like they focus more on the WWE stuff, kind of like they did with that first NWO one.
I feel like they're going to focus on Kaufman and WWE, mostly.
And the heart attack.
And the heart attack, of course. They're going to sensationalize the fuck out of it.
Oh, the fucking trailer is based around the heart attack.
They might. The opening video is based around it. They might give a decent amount of time to when he beat Kurt Hennig. Mm-hmm. They might focus on when he beat Kerry Von Erich to unify those 2 titles at that horrible pay-per-view.
Definitely all the Brett stuff.
Oh, all the Brett stuff, forget it. They're going to do like 2 hours just on the Brett feud.
And then like 5 hours on Michael Cole.
Yeah, that's going to be like the main draw for the damn show. But I have to get it.
Yeah.
I have to get. Oh, it's after midnight. Let's see what the new sale is on the shop.
Oh, it's no longer May 19th.
Oh, that means we can all stay alive. Nobody gets to die. Let's see here.
I sent Kevin the annual May 19th picture.
I just try to stay away from people and not kill them. And did you hear about Albert getting promoted as well as Sarah Del Rey?
Yes.
Which I thought was great.
I mean, I've always been a fan of Sarah Del Rey. I mean, I used to see her wrestle in Ring of Honor.
Okay, so apparently...
I think she's with Cesaro.
Is she?
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken. They showed up to Natty and TJ's wedding together.
Oh, interesting. The t-shirts are only $20 today. That's not too good of a deal.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah, I'll pass too.
I've got enough shirts. And there's no shirts right now that I'm like, oh my god, I need it.
There's a few that I want. There's about 2 or 3, I have to admit.
Well, I got, the last order was the pink Ziggler shirt and the black Hogan Roots of Fight knockoff shirt.
The last one I got was, I got my WrestleMania 30 shirt because I couldn't get it in New Orleans. I got, No Holds Barred, and I got my Rick Rude.
Nice.
And then now the ones I want are the new Hogan shirt in both colors. There's a Briscoe shirt to keep the joke between me and Mike Morgan running. And the Triple H shirt.
Which Triple H shirt?
The new one, the gray one.
Okay. I haven't seen it. They all start to blend.
That's true. Oh man, it's been a fun week. Do you have any predictions for the Elimination Chamber?
Right now we have Cena and Owens. I'm predicting that's going to be a great match. But I see Cena winning.
Cena versus Owens? Yeah, Cena's winning.
Yeah. But it'll be like a really close match.
Oh yeah, it's going to be.
I mean,
way
I've
tighter
been enjoying Cena's run as U.S. champion. Just
he's given the title credibility, and he's performing at a new level. I'm enjoying it.
he's giving fresh matches. He's not fighting Orton every week.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah, there's only so much Cena and Orton I could take. You know, it's like reliving all of 2009 and 10. But it's going to be fun. I'm more excited for the Chamber event than I was for Payback.
As far as the Intercontinental, the guys are Ziggler, Rusev, Sheamus, Ryback, Barrett, and R-Truth.
Neville, right?
No, R-Truth.
Neville's in there, no?
No,
Oh,
it should be Neville instead of R-Truth. Sorry.
Well, Sheamus, I see Sheamus winning it.
Didn't they already leak some advertisement that has Sheamus as Intercontinental Champion?
They leaked an advertisement, and it was talked for a few months. So when he comes back, he'll be the Intercontinental Champion. So I see Sheamus winning it.
I mean, it was probably heading
title,
towards him winning it from Bryan.
For the tag titles, I see
New Day.
I see New Day retaining.
Yeah.
I see New Day retaining, or the Lucha Dragons.
No, I don't see Lucha Dragons. What the hell have they been? No, I see. If it's not New Day, then it would be Kid and Cesaro. I don't see any of the other 4 teams winning.
Yeah.
And I wish. I mean, I would replace either Ascension or Matadors and throw in Harper and Rowan.
I don't think they know what they're doing with Harper and Rowan right now, so I think it's good that they're not in it.
Or unless they want to keep them strong, and then by putting them in there, they would have to lose.
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're doing with them, so I think it's better.
I can see them trying to stuff all 3 members of New Day into one pod. Because they did say they were too big. I mean, I can see them, all 3 of them trying to come out, and then before Woods makes it out, they lock them in.
That'd be funny, and he would probably do the best at selling that.
Yeah, and then he's just talking shit the whole time from in the chamber.
Yeah.
Something funny like that. I mean,
and he's never in the match.
I mean, did you see the spot, how they won the match? Oh, no, you didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
Did you hear about the spot?
No, not at all.
The referee was distracted. Woods took off his vest, ran in the ring, rolled up Cesaro, and pinned him, and the referee didn't. The referee thought it was Kofi.
But okay.
But
okay.
It was good. The way they pulled it off was really good. I was laughing for 10 minutes.
Okay.
They went from being the worst thing on the show to being one of the best things on the show.
They were just annoying. That was all. But they worked at it, and they got it to the point where it could be annoying and entertaining, and now they're just amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now it's nuts how good they are.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think we've gone an hour.
I think, and yeah, that's the marker. And I think if I were a betting man and I wanted to purchase a 4 Life Podcast T-shirt, how would I go about doing that?
Do people even buy them? Nah. What is it? Redbubble.com/4lifepodcast?
If I wanted to friend us on Facebook, how would I go about doing that?
Facebook.com/4lifepodcast?
If I want to go look at a bunch of nifty pictures in an empty bio section, what website would I go to go check us out?
Pictures of what?
Nifty pictures of me and you with wrestlers and an empty bio section. I'm plugging the website.
Oh, www.4lifepodcast. I didn't know if you were talking about Instagram or not.
No, I'm not there yet. But if you want to
www.4lifepodcast.com at 4lifepodcast. It's pretty simple.
If you want to add us on Twitter,
I'll give you guys one guess at 4lifepodcast.
There it is, kids. I am Gigolo Cheyenne Del Rey, along with the Big Boss Man. And when you listen to your podcast, you listen to it
for life.
For life.
Can I play the video of the creepy Rosa Mendez fan?
Absolutely.
Hello, boys and girls. I am Alar Barbosa. I'm 19 years old and I'm from Mongaguá, São Paulo, Brazil. And this right here is why I'm tough enough for life. You know, since her debut in 2008, she showed me a simple fan can make the difference. This is why I wake up. This is why I train my body and my voice. This is why I live. If I am who I am today, she is the reason. And I'm sure I am the only one who is stud enough to give Rosa Mendes a chance.
Peligrosa. Papi. 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 Papi.
For life, for life, for life, for life, for life.